and I had some issues. Something doesn't seem right here. Well, made it down today. And do a little repair. Some broken parts and pieces. Try to get a little video maybe of it, but probably won't get too much. Got these cut out. I'm gonna try to put one. I'm gonna say one on the inner, one on the outer side. We'll see how that goes. Part of there. Little touch up. I mean, it's dirty here too. Got a big lip on it. I just got that big weld sticking out, so maybe patch both sides. That's a hard thing to deal with. But I brought some extra metal in case I decide to square that off and stick a piece in it. Scorch her in. But like I say, might be a video, might not. Be all in video, maybe a little welding or something. Running out of time here, just got here. The welder fixed that. Went and seen a local fella that had a lot of parts. He had a whole motor there. I get the flywheel off. But yeah, that's the story. Tore that up pretty good. And the other side. Now that pin's stuck in there pretty good, so that might be the first order of business. Try to drive that out. Scrapers. Well, it's not going that bad. Oh. I got the maul here too. I can flatten out a few things. Ah. Whew. That's bent, but it ain't too bad. No better spot to fall than right into the mud. Like I said, I got another video here working a little bit, but just Pretty swamp. Now I will try to burn the weld out of that, maybe work at it a little to get that popped free, and then it will have to be straightened. Actually, it should almost be this way a little bit. So the fun continues. Well, we got the hillbilly catapult here. Thankfully this went down through that quite tight. But that ear was bent out and up kind of. So that now has that drawn down. You can see it's got that pretty near sitting bang on in place. It's a little hard to tell from there, but really I might pull it back just a hair more because this is a little small. We got a little bit of gap. It might not be quite right, but see, when I attack that too, it also might draw that little in. I'm going to make sure I really burn that in good. I believe before that actually cracked, and then once these two got flexing, because Christ, that's a 1/4 inch. There ain't no strength in that little 1/4 inch, and that's why it bent all up and tore out like it did. But we will continue on. Oh, you guys are a little dirty, I think. Now I weld this. I'm going to start low. That'll give me the most surface area if I start low and really try to gouge that into that bushing. First I'm going to tag in here, but I'm going to try to start low, then bring myself up and really gouge into that bushing. This is only, well, that's only 1/4 inch too, so it's not super heavy. That'll give that, stick to that really well, and then we might even take and put a little, I don't know, something on it. Can't do much because these two lines run over it, but we'll definitely double up the outside. And I might grind the weld off on the outer bushing, up around, and really gouge that back in, because I see it was starting to crack when I was grinding it out. So I build it out right from the corner. Should have brought a wire brush. Probably take another pass. We'll see. Oh. Right. Looks like a gob, but there's quite a gap there to fill, and I put a run that filled in half it. That's a good strong jack to hold it for now. Take the slingshot off here. I will put the right size pin in her. Before welding it up. That way everything is quite tight, and really tack it well so it can't warp as much as possible, I guess. So it can't pull too hard, because then the pin won't go through very well. Got that noisy little thing on. You can see it's fairly tight, so don't want any more than we have to for these being off. There's some old hard crap in there too. They're making them. And there's a burr on it there. I will clean this up before getting it up there. Now you can see it was broke before. Of course I torched that. Where it was broke. I made them when I had access to the torch. Not sure which ones I like better. Gonna have to be cut in half. Longer, I'll have more surface to weld on, so that's just a spare piece for if I need a piece. Well, after some fine foolery and some fighting, got her gob back on there. I cleaned her off, gouged her out real good. That was a spot where the two pieces went on an angle, so it was hard to weld, and I actually got it on the inside little here too, so it's a little sprung, so I'm hoping when it cools off it'll sprung like this on this side. This ear is leaned in a little, so hopefully when this cools it will shrink back a little and be good. Yeah, running it a day here, had some trouble. Then went in and needed some rods. The rods I brought were garbage. Should stiffen her up a little. These welding rods didn't do too bad on the vertical, but jeez, down here I just couldn't get them buggers to weld very well overhead like that. And even around that, of course I welded around that bushing. Can't really see that well there. That was a miserable time, of course, going up and down over the top. Here's the other rods I had there. Here's an uphand from the other style rod. So that should be, well, now it's about ½ inch up there versus quarter, so that should stiffen her up. Gonna weld my hook on the other side of the pin. The pin's going through pretty good here right now, but if it cools down, I'm not sure what's all gonna go on, but we'll see. Well, folks, we got her pretty well mended. Ooh. Lines are straightened. Got to put some oil in the tractor. Might as well grease it. So that was a fun little job. Them rods. Well, I can't really tell from here, but them rods are just terrible from friggin' Canadian Tire. Need some good liquid air, or air liquid, whatever the heck they're called. Rods. I had a few, and I managed to do. Well, there was an upwards gouge good through here where it had a crack, and I had 2 left that I found, and I made sure I used them because they do a nice job. And then I had to build the top back up. So that's that.